Anthony Galliano with the socialmediaagents.com. I'm also a realtor with Coldwell Banker, as you heard in the past video. And today I want to share with you some stuff that I think is good. I know many of you are in social media, so I know you already understand the concept. But for those of you who are in this channel trying to learn a little bit more about social media and trying to understand my accent, which is hard to understand, okay, which is probably the biggest challenge. But anyway, I'm going to scratch that. I'm going to get straight into it. A lot of people ask me a question in reference to social media. They want to know what social media is. And I try to explain it to them in different ways. So today I want to explain to you not only what social media is, but how social media can work for your business. And let's start from the traditional way of advertisement, where people call the consumer a consumer. In social media, we call them more of an audience, because they don't really consume the way you used to do it in a traditional way, where you did direct mailing or where you just blasted on TV with an advertisement. People today, they have a voice and they share whatever they think with you online. So first of all, if you don't have a presence online, then you're missing out on what your consumer is saying about your brand. So second, we don't consider them consumers. When I say we, I mean social media agents or social media people. We don't consider them consumers because they have an appetite, they're hungry for content. So what they do is they don't go to the TV and turn the TV for content. You know, most of them are hanging out online, on Facebook, Twitter, Google, anywhere you can think of, looking for content. Content, whether it's relevant to what they were looking for, or maybe just content that they just want to hang out online and find something that is cool. And that's the kind of client that you're looking for. So as a company, as a brand, the first thing you have to do is have a presence. And second, you have to create content. So you become more of a publisher rather than a brand, because you have to create something that they like. And they're looking for something that makes sense for them, that is appealing, that is interesting. So if you just throw an advertisement on their face, they're just going to bypass that, they're going to close that window, they're going to close that pop-up, and because they don't want to be sold, they want to buy. And they want to have something to say when they're interacting with your brand. So the first thing to keep in mind is that you're acting more like a publisher or a production company. So the idea is to give them what they want. Give them content that is going to make them stick. Give them content that is going to make them like your company, but branded. Then that's how you meet up, you connect. You connect by creating the right message with the right brand in the right way, so the consumer comes in and likes. Now the consumer becomes your audience and they share that information. Just like pretty much when I go to the movies and I see a really good movie, nobody's paying me to tell the person, hey, I just saw a movie and I thought it was good, but I do it because of excitement, because I want to, because I like to. So on Facebook, Twitter, or anywhere online, it's pretty much the same. I find a video that I think that is cool, that is interesting, or that has something of value, and I want to be known for the guy who shared that information. I want my friends to know that I care. So what do? I take that video to Facebook. I share that video through Facebook, to Foursquare, to Twitter. If I find a restaurant that is good, I'm going to go into Yelp and I'm going to put in there that I just had the best burrito ever, the best enchilada, the best taco, the best fettuccine alfredo, if you will. You know, the best type of food, the best ice cream. And that's why the content matters so much. And second, it matters to know who your audience is, because you want to bring that audience back to your community. You want to do a community of people that likes you, so you know who your influencers are. You can find influencers because they're always talking about you. And once you find the influencer, you reward them. So they're happy to belong in your community. And this community that you create is basically your bread and butter, because this community is the one that is going to eventually crossover and become a return on investment. This community, this engager is going to share the brand, or it's going to click on that button that you want to click, and it's going to request more information. But it's not a hard sell, it's a soft sell. And that's why social media is so good. Not only in that aspect, but also that when I have 100 followers or 100 friends and I share your ad, guess what? I just shared your ad with 100 people. So it's way more powerful than just sending a direct mail to someone and hoping that that person doesn't throw that mail away. Because everyone is in social media and people are expecting to be shared some type of content. So as a company, you need to know, you need to understand how that works. So okay, let's get past that now. You already understand that you need to create multiple channels on Twitter, Facebook, Yelp, and now you create content. Okay, so you upload a video into YouTube. Are you done? No. Now you need to shake the web. You need to make sure that video shows everywhere. How do you do that? How do you do it? You take that video and you put it on YouTube, okay? On the description, make sure you have a link that links back to your website. You take that video, you share it on your Twitter account. You take that Twitter account and you take that video that you share on your Twitter. You tweet about that video. You take that video, you post it on Facebook. You go to all the video sites, Vimeo, Bleep, you name it, depending on what your company is. If you're a restaurant, iFood, I mean, there's many video sites. Make sure that you share that video in as many possible ways as you can, because that's what's going to attract more viewers to that video. You have a blog, okay, then put it on your blog about it, talk about why you did that video, interact with your community, and start to answer anyone who has a question. If the video is interesting and somebody comes in and says, I love your video, I think the content is right, I think your recipe is awesome, then ask them, interact with them, connect, engage, and at the end, you have the results that you always wanted, which is more traffic, more business, and also people will realize that you care, because if you listen to what they have to say, then that means that you care. At least I hope you do. And people love people who cares, and this is the new way. So I hope this helps. I hope in some way, you know, this is going to enhance your business. It's going to help you to set up your social media sites. If you have any questions, feel free to connect with us through our social media site, the socialmediaagents.com. You could also ask the question, post the question right here on YouTube, or you could also go to Facebook and post and ask us a question, or